Chapter 23. About raising children. 8th June 1840. Pentecost Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. O Lord, how shall the children be educated, so that they may become able to be called your children? Well, so right. It is the one well and justly asked question, to which I want to give you a fully definite answer. But see to it, when I give you a true light on this, that you become faithful shepherds to your little flock, which was given to you from the depths, so that you bring it to the height of all humility, and thus on the way of all life through the shining fire of my love. But it will be much trouble for you, and this trouble shall atone for your carnal lust, which you have often committed with your wives, whereby your children have been given the garment of the harlot, and a memorial in the destroyed Jerusalem, and a wide and deep tomb under the rubble of Babylon. For you see, if you had been born again of the Spirit of my love, you would have been able to purify the virgin you desired to be a woman beforehand in the streams of the living water that would have gushed forth from your being in infinite abundance. And so your marriage would have been a heavenly one, and your children, begotten in the joy of the angels, which is a true union of love with wisdom, would have been children from the heavens, and would have been half reborn, in which the seed of the Spirit would soon flourish into fruit in the new earth, which is laid in the great gardens of the New Jerusalem. And your education would have been a great joy in the sight of your Holy Father. But now that you have married in the darkness of the world, to do the works of death and to bear the fruit of hell, which are your dear pampered children, it is hard to take away the poison from the brood of serpents. And this cannot be done otherwise than by the total mortification of the flesh and full imprisonment of the will, because the self-will of such children is a purely hellish or satanic one, because there is not even a spark that would be a heavenly one. But if you think I am saying too much here, I will say, examine your brood, and you will find nothing but self-love, envy, anger, sloth, aversion to all seriousness, and a secret determined aversion to all that is divine, which is why they can only be moved to learn some meagre sentences from the hard catechisms through punishment or worldly sensual praise. And now then, if you have found such things in your children, then speak and confess openly that I now only tell you this out of my exceedingly great love for the salvation of your children and yourselves, that your children are true children of hell. If you now want to procreate new children of love from your brood, you must be blind to acute and lithe grimace, and deaf to every one of its foolish desires, and must capture early on every spark of its evil self-will, so that room can be created for my love, and for a new will out of it. Everything that the children desire, you must deny them, and it would be a good thing, so that not their will, but yours, may be made alive through submission and just and salutary obedience in their hearts. Always punish obstinacy and unwillingness, sloth, the reluctance to see the divine, but especially a secret contempt in the heart for salutary admonitions, as well as for my name and everything related to it. Do not praise when doing just and even less reward the children, Sincerely tell them in a friendly manner that they have done a work of the new will, which the Father in heaven is already a little pleased about. And if a child has done something of his own accord, in a time without duty, as a rest for the body which seems to be a good thing, then he will inquire of his own accord what made him do it. And when you have learned the reason, whether it happened out of self-love, or out of love of duty, or out of love for you, or out of love for me, then always judge your displeasure or pleasure accordingly. But with your caresses, be as frugal as winter with its warm days, so that the fruit shoots are not destroyed in a subsequent temptation, like the blossoms of spring due to a later ripening. However, cold winds blow frequently, so that the foul air and the young hearts may be purified for the welfare of the spirit. Teach the boys to obey blindly, and let them recognize the cause of the commandment in my love, and punish their curiosity and excessive gambling addiction, and strictly rebuke them. But keep the girls at home, and do not let even the slightest desire be awakened in them, be it in whatever. And do not leave them in the slightest of desires until you are clear about their secret source. Be most careful of meetings with strange children who enjoy a worldly education. Otherwise, you yourselves will have pulled together heavy hail clouds, and not one ear of wheat will be spared. With age, step up your righteous severity sevenfold. Listen rather to your children weeping in the humiliation of their corrupt vanity, than rejoicing in their always haughty worldly joys, that you may be like the angels in heaven, who have great joy in the repentant weepers of the world. An angry girl shall fast 7 times as long as her anger lasts, that she may be made gentle as a dove. Let your love be hidden from them as I hide it from your eyes, so that the new delicate fruit does not suffocate in the heat of an untimely fire. And, as the fruit appears, which sprouts from the new seeds of heaven, and becomes firmer and firmer, and as the true, pure love for me becomes more visible and apparent in their hearts, and out of it a working faith, so also open your heart in understanding love for the spiritually newborn children. Behold, this is the way of life for your children, and this is the only one, and apart from this there is nothing, just as there is no other God except me. Whoever wants to convert will find blessings and recognize that it is from me. But whoever will do according to the book of the world, he will surely find his reward there with the prince of the world in the murky waters of eternity. Amen. I, God, the most holy, and Jesus as Father. Amen.